So, taking a hike down in Lockport today. Got a little waterway down there. I think it's the I&M Canal. Take a walk and see what the fuck's down this way. We got the porta shitters. Got this building, I'm not entirely sure what it is. We'll walk up to it and see what it is. We'll go down this way, we'll flip a bitch, we'll come back the other way. Iron Horse Saloon in Lockport, Blackhawk chapter. See if we can look inside the building. See if we see anything. Looks like an old house. Like somebody actually lived here. I didn't even look at what I was walking on. Will County Historical Society. It's got a bunch of fucking businesses and people's names. The Mokina Calaboose, whatever that is. Don't know what the Mokina Calaboose, maybe it's a jail? Don't know. Looks like it's blacked out. You can't see inside. Can't see inside the Mokina Calaboose. And then you got that. Maybe that'll tell me later on what this thing is, the Mokina Calaboose. Got picnic tables here. Got like chairs and shit, not like benches, not picnic tables. This little water leads out to the I&M. Take a walk yonder. Wells Corner School District. So this, I'm gonna take a little scan or a little video of the scans. Maybe print them out and scan them when I get home. These are all locked up. Pause this for a minute. Alright, looking at this again, let's see if I can't at least get some kind of video inside. Oh, it's an old classroom. We're going to go to each of the buildings, check them out. I need to get a bike so I can go out places like this and actually enjoy them. I don't know what this house is. I'm assuming it's pretty hard to see inside. Oh, that's a big ass cricket. Another one we'll scan. This is the Green Hoe Farmhouse. Looks like they got a sewing machine right here. Alright, walk up here, see what this is all about. Looks like a train station. Got the old train tracks, obviously. Not sure what that is, the old wheelbarrow. President Lincoln's funeral train passed through Lockport. Late at night between 10:45 and 11:15. May 2nd, 1965. Got an old mailbox. This is the Wabash Railroad Depot. Let's see what we can see from here. Looks like something that would have been like a way of communication. What the fuck's it called? Telephono something? I don't know. Alright. That was pretty cool. I'd like to go in these buildings if they're ever fucking open. Get a tour of this would be cool as shit. If they even do that. I'm going to check everything out. We're not leaving anything to chance today. We're here. We're going to see it. It's cool they're building a children's park. The Privy. This looks like a shit house. Let's see. Privy. Don't know what privy means. Can't see inside. Let me take off my glasses. Yep, that's a shit house. 100% a shit house. This is a smokehouse. Check that out. I'm guessing the smoke meats. And you got this children's park, which is pretty cool. They're in the process of building it, it looks like, obviously. Looks alright for a fucking kids park made out of wood. How's it going? So, it's been worth it so far. Got to see some old shit. We go home, maybe try and print some of those fucking Scantron things out, and then scan them with the old Phonola, and see what we got going on. As Mr. Bernie Mac would say, today, as always, since it is somewhat earlier in the morning, it's 12:28, BRC. I don't call it the BRCC, but I call it the BRC. Because that's what it is, and it's fucking good, man. I know it's a little late to be drinking coffee, but I got a little late run this morning. I was doing shit in the morning. I know. I need to get a bike, and two, I need to get out earlier. Kind of like yesterday. Yesterday was a good day. When I got to those lakes and everything just seemed to work out. Like I said, man, sometimes a shit day turns into a good luck day. Like today, was just scrolling through places to go on, what's it called? On Google Maps. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Something on my phone hit something with Google. Fucking stupid shit. Look, this is gonna be a really fucked up spliced video, I'll tell you that much. Got the I&M. Gonna be doing a lot of shit with the I&M, especially as the weather starts getting better for hiking. Because this is actually kind of sort of ish a paved road. But yeah, once some of this greenery starts coming down, like you could see randomly as I'll be walking on these trails, leaves falling, leaves starting to die, and that's usually a sign fall's coming. Fall and spring are the best times of the year. You don't have to worry as much about the bugs, the spiders, the bullshit. The weather's more conducive. You can still wear shorts, and you're not hot as hell. You usually don't have to worry about weather and wetness as much. There's something cool here. Let's take a look. Interesting that these are parked back here, because that road's the only way in. Glen Electric Motor Rebuilders. A little party bus. Alright, let's just keep going. Little opening up here. Once we get past that, It'll be time to bust open what's known to the world as the BRC. I hear a train. I'm sure you could hear it too. It'd be cool with all the ding 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 dinging to see the train. It's getting louder and louder. It's probably going to be real loud when it comes past us. Here we go. That's because there's a crossing 20 feet from us. There's that electric Glen. Get out of the way of the bicycle. Here you go. This would be a good spot. Come in here with your fishing pole. Pull something out of the I&M Canal. How's it going? There you go. Union Pacific, baby. You can see kind of, sort of, hanging from that tree. Somebody looks like they got a fishing line just sitting in the water. Probably got stuck. Affordable construction, adopt a PEC corporation. Yeah, we got here is the I&M, and I'll tell you something pretty fucking disgusting. When we were younger, I mean, I never get sick now. It could be partially the reason because of it, but there was a place. Not exactly sure where it is. Hello. But it has to be somewhat close. Historic downtown Lockport. Don't fucking litter like an asshole. But it's somewhere, I want to say, around the Willow Springs area. And I want to say that because it's between, I want to say, Willow Springs and the countryside area. And we were fucking around one day and we found a rope swing. And man, we started going to that motherfucker all the time. Rope swinging into the motherfucking I&M Canal, nasty ass fucking canal. But none of us ever got sick. I remember I went with all sorts of different groups of friends. Me and my friend Peter Shook used to ride our bicycles there. Let's get a picture of this. Somebody's growing something. Farm fresh produce. But yeah, it was we would get a bunch of groups of people to go. And it's just cool, man. Someone had the fucking balls to put a rope swing up on that motherfucker, and we used to fucking fly into the motherfucking I&M. We were dumb fucking kids. We didn't know how much shit that fucking thing had in it. Nasty ass fucking canal. But I think this is a building in Lockport. I can't remember. I think it's called The Landing. Let's see. Go that way over the bridge. Let's take a video of the canal from the bridge. Both ways. So you got that. And you got that. We're gonna keep walking towards the traffic. See where it takes us. Yeah, you can come to the landings. Got pretty good food. Put your bike up, go grab a bite to eat. Let's see what all this shit is. We got 3 Abraham Lincolns. That's kind of fucking weird, like the Matrix. Alright, let's just keep going on the trail. Yeah, 3 people just showed up to grab a bite to eat on bicycles. Somebody left a Nike hat. Got a little thing of a horse and little girl pulling a horse. I wonder what these little blocks are here for. Interestingly, I know that. Shit, I should have been up there. God damn it. Up there has those little sign things. If I could climb up this side here, I'll go up and then I'll come back down. Damn it, damn it. Yeah, I think I can. How's it going? Let's see if I can get up through here. That way I don't have to go all the motherfucking way around. Yep, I got lucky. I'm in pretty decent shape. I'll hit these signs and we'll check out the Abraham Lincoln on the Steam thing. I don't like missing stuff. If I'm going on a hike and it's early enough, I want to catch things. Let's see what we got. North Public Landing. I think that's the Gaylord Company. I'm guessing that's that. And that's the I&M Canal. And the South Public Landing. Groceries, boat stores, Norton and Company. I&M Canal was a pretty important waterway before what kind of toys do you play with? What popular games do you play with your friends? Find persons whose sons may have had toys like these. That's that little ball on a string that you flip up and it goes in the cup. Alright, we'll check this little thing at Lincoln here and then we'll go down and continue on our trail. Cool shot. Mechanical Lincoln, you don't want to fuck with that Lincoln. That Lincoln ain't here to fuck around with. Let's see what this is. Arthur Cunningham. Don't know who that is, but we'll do some research another time. Welcome to Lockport Landing, Lincoln Landing. Find the person who checked the schedule before traveling on the I&M Canal. Alright. Once we hit this bottom and turn, we're gonna crack the BRC. Under video survey. Yeah, somebody still tags it. I don't know where you video surveillance in here. How's it going?
How's it going?
How's it going? Always being friendly. How's it going? Got a guy, looks like a railroad guy, William Gooding. I always got cool shit like this in the I&M Canal that gives you a little history. When we go to Lockport Hero, L.E. Groomsbush, whenever we go to goddamn bugs, Lake Shamanwood. Lake Shamanwood has a when you get on the I&M Canal portion, they have those little things because you're on the I&M Canal at that point. I wonder what the rules are about standing down here and fishing. It looks really shallow, so I'm not sure. Ugh. Gotta pay attention, HBJ. Got a building here, I'm not so sure what it is. We'll go up and see. It's got an old limestone staircase. Something that between here and Joliet, a lot of what was built in this area was built from limestone. Public restrooms. They still believe there's men and women. Good place. I like this place. So these are the public restrooms. Becky's Yarn and Tea Shop. Maybe we'll hit that on the way back. Illinois State Museum. Maybe we will hit this now if it's open. If not, we can hit it on the way another time. Doesn't look like it's open. No. And you can't see inside. Let's see. 1848 Historical Society. Let's see if this place is open. Norton Building. Betsy's, yeah, this place don't look open either. Closed on Sundays. Dadgummit. Alright, we'll go back down. At least we know these places are open. Public parking over here. Probably for people to fucking take hikes and... God, I love this BRC so much. Limestone steps. They built almost all their buildings back in the day from that stuff. Limestone, fucking, obviously Joliet Prison. Reed Ibrahim. He obviously liked these paths. This is a good path. Let's see if there's anything on this sign. If not, we'll flip a bitch and see if there's anything on the other side. Looks like whatever was on this sign got ripped off. Yep. Somebody took it off. We got, obviously, that more. There used to be something there. But as you can see, the whole building itself is built with quarried stone. On the top here, you got some brick. But I'm sure that was added much later. Got a guy and his puppy dog. Edward Retz. He was a mule driver. Looks like a man and his puppy dog. This is a good trail so far. I'm digging it. Digging it. Marty and Shirley. Not going to try and butcher that last name. Rest in peace, guys. Their Scottic theme. Poet Dorothy Dow lived in Lockport in the 1900s. Interesting. Marcy Bauer. Interesting, unless somebody passed away in this area, that they would dedicate random things. Tom Drake. Carl O. Caneva. And then you got this. I'm assuming, and I hate to assume, but on the other side would more than likely be a parking lot. Got a bridge up here. Over there is just a road we could see. There's an old ass looking building with a chimney spout. We'll see if we can take a little gander look and see what we see. See a sign through the fence. Trying to read it. It says reserved parking. Alrighty. Alright. Alright. We'll walk on the bridge. We'll get more shots of the I&M. We'll check out what this building is. Fuck it. We'll go check it out. All it is across us is a fucking street. And then we'll come back and get on the path. Burley Ball with a single. Brings in, hopefully, the Rookie of the Year, J.J. Weatherholt. You know, it seems like win or lose every game, JJ Weatherholt's scoring a run. Here we this guy out. He flew before I could get to him. That'd have been a cool shot if I could have saw him in time and zoomed in a little. Yeah, that looks like a gazebo type thing, but like really enclosed. We'll go check that out. Child laborers, here we go. This is why unions are children worked on the canal on various jobs. Teenage boys led the mules, pulled the boats, while others helped operate the locks. Hydraulic basin. Love history. If you know anything about me and hikes, I love history. Norton Company and Hydraulics. I'm sure that shit was right here somewhere, probably right across the street where we're about to fucking look. So, back over here we got the canal, and then back over here again we have the canal. We'll look both ways like a fucking doctor. We'll check this place out and then we'll come right back out. Alright. Looks cool. They got little ferns here. This would be cool to go on a hike and come back in here. It looks like it's already got the fucking wood. You got places to sit. Whoever made this did a good fucking job. Little outdoor places to sit. And some more in the back. This is pretty cool. No fires allowed sign. So, you have a fucking thing like this. With the fucking thing. The sole purpose is to burn fires. And it says no fires allowed. Talk about fucking ice. Alright, let's hit this bridge again. You notice on this side of the bridge, you've got them rocks again. Yeah. See how much longer we'll walk. We'll see what more we can come upon. I see that bird down there. A few of them actually. Hopefully we'll get close enough to where I can... a guy pulling over to piss. What a scumbag. Maybe get a better view. How's it going? How's it going?
You got a lighter?
No, I don't smoke, man. Sorry. Alright, once I come around these trees here, right here, I will little duckies. There's that white bird. Yeah, the bike guy's way. The white bird's being a little more brave this time. Never know what you'll see, what kind of wildlife as you're passing down. Sorry for always constantly putting shit in the way of the camera. Trying to hold the BRC in one hand and film with the other. Another parking area by a metro station where you can bring your shit and walk. Yeah, this is very, very low water. I would assume back in the day when they dug it out, it was much deeper. Because you had to get boats through there. There's an old metro station. You can tell by, again, the quarried rock. Let's go down a little longer and then we'll turn around for the day. Two brothers, the Newtons, supervised construction. Good job, Newtons. See, I'm gonna stop doing looking at all the people who put the names here for the people who passed away, but all the buildings, maybe they just kept doing it as the years went on, because the aesthetic look of that's how shit used to be around here. They wanted to keep up the look. I don't know. I think it looks fucking sick as fuck. That's why, like, when I go by what's it called? Joliet Prison. I love that shit, man. It looks super cool. I just love the way they built with that. And the wild part is, when they built Joliet Prison, the first 30 prisoners who were ever in Joliet Prison are the ones who built Joliet Prison. It's gone. These here, my friends, are the beginning of those fucking eddies. You don't want to fuck with those eddies, because once the eddies turn to Freddy's, you're fucking done for. Man, there's a big ass parking lot here, man. People must pack this motherfucker to go downtown or something. It's a big ass parking lot. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order that bike. The bike's actually pretty interesting. It folds right the motherfucking half, like completely in half to fit in your vehicle. Hopefully it actually fits in my vehicle. Look at the tree, got broken in half and it's in the canal. Wow. Coming over here, there's some real eddies and freddies. I'm gonna have to zoom in on this shit. Thomas and Big Jermishmeal would be very frightened by these. Those are freddies. When they go down and move like that, that's a freddy. When they just hit the rocks and move, that's an eddy. Those, my friends, those are the freddies. That's what you gotta worry about. Look at this big ass parking lot for fucking Metro. Downtown Joliet, 3.4 miles. That's where they went and got the stone to quarry. That's actually not bad from here. If I was on a bike, I'd have easily went to the downtown Joliet. I don't know if it's downtown, but I'd have went to Joliet. No problems. Man, I love this BRC. I should be drinking it faster. Really just trying to savor it. I know it's not how you drink fucking coffee, but man, Evan fucking came up with all this shit. Fucking guy's a fucking genius. This shit is fucking delicious. I hated coffee my whole motherfucking life, and I tried these out, and now I'm hooked for life. The only thing I liked that had any kind of coffee flavor was tiramisu. All time between tiramisu and cheesecake. It's my all-time favorite fucking treats. I can eat the ever-living fuck out of both of them, and yet hated coffee. And there we go. Boom. There goes a group of shit. Stop ahead. Now there's another bridge, man-made, that goes over, but it goes to a street. I'm gonna keep going straight here, see where this takes me, because obviously this is a trail, and see where that goes. I could be wrong, and if I am, I'll walk a little further and we'll turn around. No biggie. Oh yeah, there we go. Across the street to the right, I see the fucking Forest Preserve District sign. 29.5, we want stone. Stone quarrying industry. Thousands of immigrants to Lockport and Lamont and Joliet after the Chicago fire. Huge demand for stone. It's a nice car. Lockport Storage. Welcome to Lockport Storage. For all your storage needs, go to Lockport Storage. So we had that really nice car, and then that car that legit sounds like the family vacation car. Alright, enjoy your trail. Let's see how long this is. I think it says 3-point-something miles. Yep. This is a bicycle trail, meant for bicycles. And I'm going to go probably a half a mile, maybe a little longer, and then we will turn around. And maybe we'll even stop and get something to eat. Delwood Park, 0.7 miles ahead, roughly 3 miles south along the trail, is the Joliet Ironwork Historic Site. Interesting. I honestly don't think I'm going to come upon that. If I do, that would be fucking wild. Because I didn't know, when I always start walking on that trail, that this is where it leads. That would be bad as fuck if that's where it led. Now I would know where it goes and that these are all connected. That would be fucking cool. Because I'm going to go back and do another video at the Ironworks site. Because now that I got the map shows what was where and everything. We got a nice birdhouse. It's actually like a real nice birdhouse. But instead of having to guess and just bullshit my way through it, I can actually, with conviction, say what the fuck is what. Another mile marker. I like that they have these everywhere. I probably wouldn't be stopping at any of these if I was on a bicycle, though. Mad as hell. I like that. Irate over not being paid, angry canal workers tried to burn down the canal in 1840. In 1847, the diggers staged a strike near Chicago. Fuck yeah. Strike them. Make them pay you. Fucking greedy ass cocksuckers. Fuck you. Pay that man. We'll get to that too when we go to the Ironworks site. Because they have these gears there that show a brief history of this site itself and the need for unions and why we have unions. Just a quick little fucked up overview. Look at this. Just imagine if this trail wasn't here. Getting through this motherfucker here. Look at how tall these motherfuckers are. You'd have to come through with a big ass machete. Look at that tree down. Man down, baby. Should probably cut that up. Get somebody back here with a chainsaw. Yeah, this is some real overgrowth. Imagine being an Indian or something and having to come through this shit. Anyway, people were dying, and they were all immigrants. There's no real, fucking smell. That's gotta be the canal. The canal stinks. That's an old bench. Garbage can. But people were dying. They were just fucking immigrants and nobody gave a shit. How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Living the dream. And when they died, they just kind of didn't do shit. Traffic jam, booth delays are bad. Boats took 15 minutes going through each of the canal's locks. They often had to wait in line to reach. So they would die. There was nobody really to contact. Most of them didn't speak any English. Most of them. So you had people who were legit. When I say legit immigrants, they were here and didn't speak English. They were just fucking, when I say fresh off the boat, and yes, back then, that's how you got here, was the boat. They legit weren't getting paid shit. There was no safety. I know I complain a lot about safety and job sites, but there has to be a set standard. Excuse me, I keep burping. This BRC's coming up. But hold one so I can blow the rocket out. Good, clear. Room clear. But yeah, there's got to be something. There's got to be a standard of where there's something safe. Something's got to be there. Because anytime somebody would get fucked up, they wouldn't even have to be killed, just fucked up. You're working in a steel mill, which I have. Around every corner is something that could majorly fuck you up. You gotta legit be on your fucking P's and Q's. And R's. You always gotta be on your R's. But you gotta be paying attention. And all it takes is one little minor slip up and you're fucked up. And back then, there's no insurance. They ain't what next of kin do you have? You don't even speak fucking English. Let's see, the big Lockport lock, 1933, the waterway, including the Des Plaines River, replaced the I&M Canal. One massive lock now takes the place of 5 on the I&M Canal. Oh, there's shit. Forgot about that. Maybe we will read it all on the way back, and I think this is as good a spot as any to turn around. Alright. That wasn't a bad walk so far. Let's see where I'm at. If my fucking watch ever wants to work. So we got the big valley. This river valley is about a mile wide and 70 feet deep. The nearby Lockport Prairie Nature Preserve is one of the rarest prairies left in Illinois. Lockport Prairie Nature Preserve. Gonna have to fucking check that one out. Not fucker is. If there's trails to be hiked, we will be hiking them. Yeah, I think today I'm going to be placing that order for that bike. So basically, dead nuts in the center of the frame. There's a mechanism that you could fold it in half, and it takes up about fuck all of room. Hopefully that'll fit it in my back seat, because I got a car, and fucking I could start going to these places and actually getting some. I get on these fucking trails with a bike, I'm gonna get me some. Because I know when I'm in physical therapy and I'm hitting that bike, you just keep going. You just keep the fucking, just like when you're hiking, you just keep the feet pumping, keep the feet moving. And you can go a lot longer than you think as long as you don't stop the feet moving. And if you could do that on a bike and you can get a good, my brain ain't working worth the fuck today. Get a good thing going where you're just in the zone. As long as you ain't got too many uphills, you're good to go. And this has been relatively flat as far as we've been. I mean, hopefully this walk back will be a little easier. I mean, it wasn't hard coming out this way, I'll tell you that. Not like that other preserve where we had to go over the bridges and shit. There was a lot of uphills there. And then 1842, Lock 1 and 2 were completed at the cost of over 50 G's, with the state of Illinois nearly bankrupt. Most work on the canal ceased between 42 and 45. Gotta love history. Another guy on a bike. I wonder if these guys park at the Joliet Iron Works and then come ride this way. I would. Let me finish this motherfucker and throw it away. The end of the BRC. Thank you, Evan, for your contribution to my belly today and to coffee drinkers everywhere. Thank you, sir. You are a gentleman, a scholar, and a cuck. You gotta love it. I've said before and I'll say it again. I saw you flip around on social media, sometimes you'll see clips of different podcasts. Another guy on a bike. These guys on bikes, they get all into it with their fucking stretchy pants. A lot of them have helmets. Fucking dorks. Fuck you, dork, wearing another guy coming. This is what I'm talking about. T-shirt, baseball cap. My kind of guy. Sweat shorts. T-shirt, baseball hat. They do it. Fucking gay ass bicycle shorts and a fucking helmet. Fucking dorks. That's what all you are, is a fucking dork. See what this mile marker has to say. And then I'll finish my story about the podcasts. How's it going? Grand dreams. Lockport's role as I&M Canal Commission headquarters spurred hopes that the town would rival Chicago. By 1850, however, Chicago was nearly 10 times larger. Yeah, good. Chicago is always going to be bigger. I mean, you had the lakes. Here we go with the metro. Obviously pretty loud. But you have the lakes. You have the rivers there. And back then, that was the key to industry, was being able to ship shit by waterway. And after the Chicago fire, they ended up having the World's Fair. And crazily enough, they built the buildings just to be torn down after it was over. I think there was only a handful that survived the World's Fair. How's it going? And obviously the Murder Castle being one of them, but that's no longer there. On the Murder Castle site is a post office, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, do this mile marker and we'll talk about podcast. Former canal superintendent John Preston fell in the canal and drowned at Lock 1 in April of 1865. The canal boat crews often tethered their small children on the deck to keep them from falling in the murky waters. Talk about fucking irony. Superintendent of the fucking canal falls in. Wonder if he couldn't swim. It says it was 70 feet deep. And funny as hell that they would tether kids to the fucking canal, to the boats, or to the docks, so they wouldn't fall in. I mean, let's see. There's a pedestrian who violates the warning devices. It's a $500. You don't fuck with those signs. Alright, let's see what this mile marker has to say to me. A lot of mile markers lately. Dolomite digs. Many historical buildings, Lockport and Joliet, are built of dolomite, a warm yellow stone known as Lamont or Joliet limestone, was discovered when the canal was being built. I think Dolomite was a TV show too. Right by that bridge there's a sign. We'll go see that sign. We're on our way back anyways. Might as well make sure we don't leave any fucking stones unturned while we're here. Okay. Once I see that, then I'll talk about the podcast. Sorry. I know I keep putting it off. But I promise my dumb ass, who's got the memory of a fucking 99-year-old fucking Joe Biden, will not forget. So we're already at the sign. Lock 1. This is Lock 1. Interesting. Lock 1. So this is apparently where I think that guy died. This is the lock. And this is what it used to look like when boats would come through this. Aerial view of the lock. So, obviously the boat used to come in through here. The water obviously used to be much higher. And they would stop the boat. But I'm assuming the water would be as high as the fucking concrete. And they'd offload, do whatever. I'm also assuming either here or on the other side was a building at the lock. Cooperative project of the outdoor recreation. We have these steel things holding the stones together. Yeah, so it was actually that deep. Had to be that deep. So I'm assuming the canal at some point was much deeper, and it just kept filling in as the years went on. So anyways, back to the podcast. So flipping through social media the one day, and I see Andy Stump and Mike Glover. Bullshit. Two awesome fucking dudes. Fucking both got pretty stellar podcasts. Both are killing life. Gotta love it. Not without fucking turmoil at some point, which I feel like turmoil makes the man. Like you gotta go through something in your life. You can't just live this cush easy life and then like become a fucking savage. Something has to, like, life experience, man. But when these two get together, it's like the boys, man. You know, when I talk about the boys, it's like I grew up, when I talk about Bobby and Joey and all the boys when we used to hang out. Yep.
How you doing?
How's it going? All we used to do is shit on each other and talk shit and fuck with each other. Hold on, my fucking watch. My watch band's fucking with me. Alright, let's just fuck with each other. Call each other names, be racist with each other, fuck with each other, beat each other up. We had something called the 3:30 fight. And if there is a heaven and Bobby is listening to this Ruck Rant, he's got an enormous smile on his face because we started something. I think it was at his mom's old trailer, and it spilled over to the apartment, and we all lived in this apartment, called the 3:30 fights. So you were never safe. If you were sleeping and you had a room, you better have that fucking door locked. Because if somebody comes home in the middle of the night drinking, you're fucked. So whether it be 3:30 in the afternoon or 3:30 in the middle of the night, all I gotta fucking say to you is 3:30 fight, and it's on. 2 rules: no face shots and no nut shots. Everything else is legal. Punches, kicks, elbows, anything you could think of, till somebody gives up. We used to beat the ever-living hell out of each other. I mean, we beat the piss out of each other. I mean, we grew up that way. You can't, like, when I tell people I can't be offended, you can't offend me, I mean it. I mean that shit. You can't offend me. Like, there's nothing about me you could talk shit about that I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum. I mean, obviously certain things are off limits. And then based on your content and the way you're discussing it, I don't know if you're a cocksucker and you need a smack, but other than that, there's nothing you could say to me that would bother me. And that's how we grew up. Just a bunch of fucking guys talking shit to each other. Let's take a look at local genius. Prairie sod was too tough for the farm until John Lane of Lockport invented the steel plow in 1834. Soon, wheat, corn, and other crops replaced native prairie grasses. Still yet, Midwin has the prairie tall grass. So maybe that's a lot older than people think. How's it going? But interestingly enough, that's how, where I live, we got all sorts of different crops, mostly corn, and I don't know what the other one is. I'll have to ask my wife. She's lived out in Manhattan for most of her life, and she knows what they grow out there. But interesting, because of that, man, they were able to grow some things besides grass, tall grass, which I would assume crops back then were your fucking form of survival. You needed crops. You needed to find something to eat. I mean, you're not going to eat grass and berries and fucking... You can only have so much fucking meat. If there's not, you got to catch it and kill it and find it. Like, this whole trip, unless I had some kind of a ranged weapon, I haven't really seen anything. Maybe one squirrel, those birds. I mean, and if you don't get those, you don't eat. That's why you got to grow your own food out here in 1800s. How's it going? So, they invent shit like that, and good for them. Imagine that. Things we take for such granted today, they actually have John Deere's, and they have mule-pulled plows. Water power. 5 I&M Canal locks carried boats down the 40-foot drop from Lockport to Joliet. Water power generated by this drop attracted one of the state's largest grain mills. Going back to that lock, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. If I remember a lock I went to before, I could be wrong. I'm not sure if they actually got that high, the water, and then it just dissipated to this. I think it might have been a little bit deeper than this, not a whole lot, but I also think that when the boats... Obviously, it had to be deep enough for boats to come in and out. But when the boat entered the lock, I think it filled with water. Then the boat went up, and then they slowly drained the water, and then the boat went back down, and then they got out. That's why it took so long to go through the locks. That's why the lock is so high, so it could come up, load and unload, and go back down and go through the fucking canal. If I'm not fucking completely retarded, I'm almost positive that's how it went, now that I think about it. Circling back. So because that's how I grew up, and to this day, every single one of my friends, all we do is fucking shit on each other. But that's how you know your friends, man. You just shit on each other. Like, you have the knowledge that you could do that, not mean it, and take it back and not get offended. And that's what I feel like these guys, when Glover, Evan, and Stump get together, all they do is fucking talk shit about each other, and it's great. How's it going? I mean, they do everything. They're racist towards each other. They fuck with Mike about being Asian, which is funny. Lady lock tender. Several women worked the lock tenders, including Anna Schulberg at Lock 1 in 1909. Lock tenders made $300 a year, and one ran a counterfeiting ring on the side. Typical woman. 319. Oh, sorry.
Two of us.
Yeah. I got you.
I won't take you out.
You're good. Thank you. Typical woman. $300 in 1900 wasn't good enough in her fitting ring. Edward Rex came to the United States from Europe with $4.50 in his pockets. First job was a mule driver for 10 more hours a day. Drove a team of mules, and they pulled 150-ton canal boats. The most famous mule driver on the canal later became well known as Wild Bill Hickok. Wild Cock. Legend. So, I love hearing these little tidbits of history. Would have loved to see what was on the sign. I'm sure it was what this building at one point must have been. Oh, do that all the time, showing myself up close instead of where I'm trying to film. But yeah, we could stay down here all the way back to the car. We've already been up there. We know what's up there. We don't need to go up there anymore. I love how they have these here for dogs, so people don't fucking leave shit everywhere. Whoever came up with this fucking area and decided to keep putting those there, God bless them. But yeah, those guys just talk shit to each other. They roast each other. How's it going? They have fun with each other. They joke with each other. And that's why their podcasts are the funnest. It's because they talk about real life things from a man's perspective. Not some bitch. And I don't mean bitch as a woman. I mean bitch as like a bitch of a human being. And then they talk shit to each other and they fuck with each other. That's what men do, and that's what life's all about. Not taking anything fucking seriously and just getting through life. Indian land. Lockport was a favorite hunting and fishing ground for the Potawatomi. Some returned to hunt for long after 1835, when most Native Americans left Illinois. Goddamn Mongolians. Some more steps. I have had nothing so much as the heart of good canal. Chief engineer of the canal, William Gooding, directed a remarkable engineering feat. The construction of a 96-mile canal through muddy, rocky, swampy, and insect-infested terrain. Gooding carried his large field map with him when he was out inspecting the construction of the canal. Now that's what we're looking at, him carrying the map. I&M Canal, Gateway Gardens. Maybe that's what's up there. Looks like a parking lot to me. There he is, holding his maps. That's what it was. So, there we go. Look at, is that James Dean right there? Looks like it. James Dean. Got some more tagging. It says the area is under surveillance. I don't see a camera anywhere. Maybe it's got surveillance cameras somewhere. Or maybe they're just saying don't fuck with it or try and live under the bridge. We're already up here. That's where Mechanical Lincoln is. This wasn't a bad walk so far. Hell no. If my phone didn't fuck up twice and I was able to continuously fucking film, be even fucking better. I hate technology. I do. But I guess it's essential. I'm going to continue on my diet. I'm not going to stop at the landing for a bite to eat. Plus my Jewish ass don't feel like spending extra money I don't have to. If I don't have to. We got the Matrix Lincolns. Passing them again. Take a picture here of the Lockport station. I think you could have rented a bike from here. That would have been cool as fuck. Join the app, unlock a bike, pay for it on your phone, and enjoy the ride. Yeah. Definitely need to add some bikes if you're going to rent out bikes. Yeah, them guys who rode their bikes here are still here, eating. And that was 45 minutes ago? Still at the landing? It's a good place. How's it going? I think when my wife was pregnant, she took me here for my birthday one year. I had really good food. If I remember correctly. If I remember the name correctly. Old ass fucking stairwell to get to the roof. The old ass shit here. Lot of old ass shit here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to tell my wife one day, let's go back to that place and grab us a bite to eat. If she would like. But hand sanitizer. One thing I never understood, and this isn't much of a rant, is an understanding. So, if I touch my arm, I don't need hand sanitizer. If I touch my neck or my face, I don't need hand sanitizer. If I take a piss and touch my dick, I need hand sanitizer? I don't get it. That's something I never understood, people who overly do hand sanitizer. And there's sometimes, if I'm in a public restroom, and they got the wall pissers, that I'll go fucking hands-free and piss. And the only time I touch my dick is when I shake it at the end so I don't get piss driblets in my underpants. Or as they say down south, my underbritches. And yet, people still say, you need to use hand sanitizer. Well, I didn't get piss anywhere near my hands. I touched skin as would be on anywhere else in my body. A fall in the tub. Tub races were once held on the I&M Canal on the 4th of July. One year, so many people crowded in the 9th Street Bridge, it collapsed, but nobody was hurt. Wish I knew what you looked that up online. But yeah, that's something I never understood. Why is it that my dick is so much different than the rest of my body? I could touch my leg, my thigh, my nose, top of my head, my chest, my stomach, my arms. No hand sanitizer. I touch my little peen too. Oh, that's disgusting. You went to the bathroom, you didn't wash your hands? No. Why should I wash my hands? I didn't get piss on them. Now, there's a double-edged sword with the next one I'm saying. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You could judge all you want. Shitting. Now, if I take a shit and I wipe my ass and I have enough toilet paper in between hand and asshole that no shit gets on my hands. I understand sometimes that finger slips through and you get shit. That's 100% of the time you're washing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're washing your hands. If you got a 1 wiper or 2 wiper and you are in the barrier of toilet paper and nothing touches your skin but toilet paper, why, in fact, is that a hand wash and hand sanitizer? Again, that's another opinion, but as far as that goes, yep. Thank you. So Alec Burleson singles, Jordan Walker scores. Burley Ball is having himself a game. I like Burley Ball. So, again, we have that conundrum. And then what if, which people do know, you take a shit and you wipe and there's no shit on the toilet paper. Throw the toilet paper in the toilet, you flush the toilet. Why does that have a need for a wash of the hands or sanitizer? There was no shit involved in the shit. Shit passed through cleanly, left nothing, and yet that constitutes a hand washing. And I ask you why. I wash my hands, I'd say 80% of the time. Sometimes I feel no need. When I do the 1 wipe, no need. When I do the sweat wipe, no need. How's it going? Like that shirt.
Thank you, sir.
Guy had a Forrest Gump smiley face shirt. It wasn't Forrest Gump when he went on that run and took the yellow shirt, because that one's the one nobody bought anyways. Put his face on it and told the guy have a nice day, and it had the circle with the smile. Whole shirt was yellow, big circle with the smile, and it said have a nice day. But yeah, that's a question I often think about. Why do people go back and forth over this dumb fuck shit? I don't get it. I sure don't get it. Sometimes there's more questions than ranting. I mean, there's no need to rant over something like that. More than to just be like, why? Why do we do certain things? There's a lot of things that we do where you can ask yourself why. The old boat ward area, or boat yard area. Apparently this is the old boat yard. Whatever that means. So we'll do this view for a little longer. We're about back at the car. We will get back to the sign. When we were here before and I started out the beginning of the video by the sign, there was a handful of people by the sign. I didn't want to fucking bother them, so I didn't say anything. I just videoed the sign. I'm assuming that used to be the spot of a gate that went across the road. Now people are just like, fuck it. 999 niet. I mean, this is a good idea and all, as long as kids aren't getting fucking slivers all over the fucking place. I mean, look at this playground. Playground looks cool as fuck. I like it. Absolutely like it. Now we're gonna go back through the old town. Yeah, old school teeter-totter. Little zip line. S. Merton train station. Smokehouse, shithouse. I think the one on the right was a school, if I'm not mistaken, and the one on the left I don't remember. And I have to see if I can't scan those things and see what they say. Maybe just a little history on each of the buildings. Yeah. Interesting that they actually keep up with these buildings. Decatur 125 miles on the train station, and Chicago 47 miles. Interesting. I wonder, yes, Wells Corner School. I wonder if you can go in these things, like when they have these tours and shit. And then when I get home today, I gotta remind myself, buy that bike. That bike will not go to waste. I will ride that motherfucker year round. Unless there's snow and ice on the ground, I will not ride it then. And you got this building, whatever it was, some kind of office building. And then this, whatever this is, looks like maybe a jail. Let's see. Yeah, calaboose. Whatever a fucking calaboose is. So, we'll go check out the map and call it a day. That was a pretty good hike today. Now I know that this trail takes you to the ironworks in Joliet. People now just getting out at 1:35 in the afternoon. So you have this, which is, I don't know, I'm guessing it's some kind of fuel area, because just like by the house they had these big ass round tubs. Pisses me off they got whatever the fuck that flag is. Why the American flag ain't there? So, you are here. We got to lock 1. So, I think we went here. Straight this way, and we didn't get to there's a haunted house. Now I have to come back here. I didn't know there was a haunted house. Haunted fucking house. I wasn't paying attention this morning. Then the Joliet Ironworks, and then the Veterans Memorial Trail, whatever that is. And then I kind of used to live here. That kind of pisses me off. A lot. A whole lot. And we got the Isles LaCache Museum, which I'd like to go to. But that kind of really pisses me off. I was that close to a haunted house and I missed it. Should have been paying the fuck attention. So I think I went here and walked down. Yeah. That's gay. I can't believe I fucking missed that. God damn it. Flagpole displays the official flag of the city of Lockport. Adopted by Resolution 24-103 in 2024, its design holds deep symbolism in the community maroon background. Symbols of city seal and high school honors Lockport heritage, blue wave, the canal, blah 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 blah. Fuck you. Lockport, put the American flag higher than that, and then you could put that. This is fucking cool, actually. A bicycle repair thing. Got Allen keys. You got screwdrivers. I mean, look, fuck, man. Anything you think you need, you got here. And then you got an air pump. You could pump up your tires. I don't know what, oh, you probably hang up your bike on here so you could work on it. That's cool. I've never seen that before, and I like that. And then for the idiots who have electric cars, I mean, fuck, if you got one, you come here and get free electric. Fill up your car while you're taking a ride or hike. We're back, folks. CHBJ, end of a day. Definitely coming back here because I missed out on a goddamn haunted house and the Joliet Ironworks. But I'm going to come back once I get my bicycle. CHBJ, out.